Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here. Hope you had a excellent weekend and ready for a big week. If you want to follow along today, we'll be in the 27th proverb, beginning in the 11th verse, and we're going to look at probably what you'd expect in many ways from a passage of scripture from a book that is written from a father to his son. And he is going to spend some time here encouraging children to listen to their parents. And also to the flip side of that would be that to parents then to be a good example to their children. So beginning in verse 11, he says, "My son, be wise and make my heart glad, that I may answer him that reproacheth me." He says it is a good testimony for children to be obedient to their parents, because first of all it makes the parents happy, and second of all it speaks to the character of the parents when the children are obedient. Probably all of us at some point have seen a child somewhere out in the stores or somewhere misbehaving, and the thought ran through our mind is, where's your mom and daddy? Had that kind of thought. And so he says it's a testimony how the child behaves that's the way people look, whether it's right or wrong. There's many parents who have done a tremendous job, and the children still turn it out to be monsters. But he's saying it's our testimony, how people look at the parents many times. "Prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished." This is just an easy way, a quick way to put, or going to be my easy way of saying it, that he says we are careful, be prudent, watch for danger, watch for things that could trip you up. Teach our children to avoid situations where their character could be damaged, their reputation. To be careful of who you are with. Avoid to be very, spiritual. Avoid the snares, the traps of Satan. "Take his garment that is surety for a stranger, and take a pledge of him for a strange woman." This is the very same thing that was said in the 20th chapter. It's the same words, and it is just a good warning, saying be careful of guaranteeing someone else's debt, especially this is a stranger, a strange woman. If you don't know them, you be sure and get collateral. If you're going to sign for someone, if you're going to give someone credit, you don't trust just anyone. Verse 14, "He that blesseth his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it shall be counted a curse to him." Odd in many ways, to be careful that we don't that we're considerate of people, that we don't you don't scream and wake people up. Don't be loud and wake people up. That's a great proverb in my world. You don't wake people up early in the morning or late at night. Be considerate of other people. Maybe not the most spiritual thing in the Bible, but it may save you from getting a whooping one day. Be careful with who you wake up. verse 15. And let me back up. I think the key point there is being considerate of other people. Is the message kind of making light of it, but I think that's really what he's saying. Verse 15, a continual dropping in a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. Whosoever hideth her hideth the wind, and the ointment of his right hand which betrayeth itself. Don't be a argumentative spouse. Now, here he says, he talks about a contentious, the words are all feminine, but again, that was the nature of the times, how they would write things. It goes both ways, that we're not argumentative with our spouse. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friends. A good friend helps their friend to be better, helps them to improve, offers them suggestions, and the other side of that is then when you have a good friend, you take that advice from that friend. Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof, so that he waiteth on his master shall be honored. This again is terminology we may not use today, but he's saying that be a good worker. Don't be lazy, which we know is a theme in the book of Proverbs. As in water, face answereth to face, so the heart of man to man. This is again, they didn't have good mirrors, so they would often polish up other metals, and many times they would just, you could look into water and see your reflection. He's saying that they show us the reflection shows us who we are, and just as in our day a mirror shows us who we are, so does our words, our character, our actions show our heart. So we can, again, to not be a liar, a lazy person, because, again, those actions show who we are internally. Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of a man are never satisfied. Don't be greedy is the easiest way to put that statement. As the fining pot for silver and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his praise. Interesting concept there. You purify, you test silver and gold with heat, tells you how strong they are, how pure they are. He says praise is the same thing to a person. Praise will reveal a person's character, whether or not we're humble or not, how we respond to someone offering praise, bragging, commenting, commending us. How we respond to that shows our true character as well. And then finally this morning, though thou shouldest bray a fool in a mortar among wheat with a pestle, yet will not his foolishness depart from him. No matter how much you punish a person who is foolish, they don't. It won't change them. He says you don't have much luck in changing a fool. And you can almost hear, as you think about, go back and maybe you take time, we had to go through them kind of quickly, go back over these and look at them. You can almost hear a parent giving this counsel to their child. each one of these things. And going down this list, maybe not all at once, but going over these truths. And so as parents, and pretty much all that are tuning in, watching today, will be parents, grandparents. We should look at this list and maybe adapt this list a little bit and use it to point our children in the right direction. To fail to teach them these things is setting our children up for a painful life, for difficulty in their life. I'm guessing, I don't know exactly. I don't have access. I can't tell. I can tell how many watch, but I can't tell precisely who you are unless you comment or something. But most everyone watching here are already parents and probably experienced some of this and know the danger of not teaching our children wisdom. If we don't teach our children wisdom, the world will teach them foolishness. Think about it today. Have a great day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.